guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're starting Galaxyathon. So good morning, happy Galaxyathon day 1. So Galaxyathon is my space-themed readathon that we are doing for the next 2 weeks, Monday, March 9th through Sunday the 22nd, 8 a.m. on Monday morning. And as per usual, I am headed out the door because this is one of the only days that I don't work from home. I'm in a little bit of a rush today, but I have my space apparel on. I've got some galaxy leggings and I am ready to get started. The first readathon of the year did not go the best. Been a little bit reading slumpy in 2026. Randomathon time did not go the best. So we're taking a little bit easy for Galaxyathon. We are doing aliens versus earthlings. There are 4 reading challenges for each. I'm going to attempt to do both. I have picked 8 books. You do not have to pick 1 book per reading challenge. I'm just a crazy person and I do that. But I have no intentions of highly pressuring myself to finish these 8. If I need to combine certain ones to hit reading challenges, I'm totally fine with that. A few of the books are quite large. Just with how my mood and some health things and stuff, I'm not entirely sure how the next 2 weeks is going to go. We're going to do our best to have fun. That is the most important thing. I'm not sure which book we're starting today. I have all of them on audiobook, which is just the easiest for me to consume, especially while I'm working. So we're going to try and listen to a little bit of each one and see which one works the best or kind of sucks me in the most. I have 3 books on Audible. I have 3 or 4 on Libby. I have 1 or 2 on Hoopla, and then I have 2 on a different app, so I have to make sure I can keep track of where everything is. I just want to say hi. Before I leave, I will show you my little Galaxyathon TBR setup, and then hopefully when I get back home, I will let you guys know what I started, and fingers crossed I got a little bit of a chunk done. Happy day 1. I'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, happy Galaxyathon day 2. Chance to check in with you last night. I got home a little bit later from work than what I was planning, and because of the time change, I am living for the extra hour of sunlight. So I went outside immediately and just started cleaning up my garden because I have not done anything in the backyard because I've had kind of a funky couple of months of 2026, just health wise and just not feeling the best, and I haven't been able to get out there. And so I'm slightly behind by my own scheduling. I went outside and I did an hour of cleanup, which was so awesome. I am so excited to start planting things, and I cleaned up some of my strawberries and I planted some green onions, and I'm just getting all the weeds out of the beds because there's weeds and leaves everywhere. So anyway, it is 3 p.m. on Tuesday. Today I did some work this morning, and then I went to the gym in the afternoon because I'm trying to go at least once a week and do my weightlifting regimen. Then I do walking the rest of the week, just because I am healing some stuff with my gut and my mind. I'm trying to create a balance of stretching and getting strong and all that stuff, but without completely draining my energy, because doing nothing will make you really tired, but doing too much all at once will make you really tired too. I learned both of those the hard way. So I went to the gym today, and then I went to Target to try and just film a couple space books that I found. There were only 3 space books at Target. Honestly, only 3 sci-fi books. I was this is kind of sad. We need to fix this as a community. Huge romance, huge contemporary, lots of fantasy, and no sci-fi. I'm gonna bring this back. And then I went to Dollar Tree. So I have some show and tell things for you, and we'll talk about what I'm reading. Okay, first up at Dollar Tree, I went to get some snacks for the giveaway and for a movie day, because we're gonna go and see Hail Mary once I finally read that book. So I got these Cosmic Sour Gummies, blue raspberry, watermelon, and green apple. I don't normally buy stuff like this personally. I try to stick to healthier snacks and things, but when we're doing a themed readathon, I'll pick up something a little bit on the funkier side for just my personal taste. But I also got this for the giveaway because they didn't have a lot of other things. I got a Milky Way and I got something else I'll show you a little bit later. Okay, then I got some book mail. So I ordered this one too late to put into my Galaxyathon TBR, but I want to try to get to this if I can. And this is The Floating Hotel from Grace Curtis. I adore this cover, and I think this is going to be a cozy sci-fi. I'm not sure if it's young adult or adult, so welcome to the Grand Abonia Hotel, home of the finest food, the sweetest service, and the very best views in the galaxy has to offer. All year round it moves from planet to planet, system to system, pampering guests across the furthest reaches of the Milky Way. The last word in suborbital luxury and an absolute magnet for intrigue. Intrigues such as why are there love poems in the lobby inbox, how many Imperial spies are currently on board, and what is the true purpose of the Problem Solvers Conference. Perhaps most pertinently, who is driving the ship. Each guest has a secret. Every member of staff a universe unto themselves. At the center of these interweaving lives and interlocking mysteries stands Carl, one-time stowaway, long-time manager, devoted caretaker to the hotel. So it just sounds like cozy and sweet and fun, and we don't get a ton of cozy sci-fi, so hoping to try this sometime soon. At Dollar Tree, I found The Enchanted Hacienda by J.C. Cervantes. I almost read this one for my Mexico vacation that we did last October. I will link that vlog where I read a couple of books set in Mexico while I was there. So in this one, we have an adult fantasy when Harlow Estrada is abruptly fired from her dream job. Boyfriend proves to be a jerk. Her world turns upside down. She flees New York City to one place she can always call home, the Enchanted Estrada. Estrada family's farm in Mexico houses an abundance of charmed flowers cultivated by Harlow's mother, sisters, and aunt, and cousins. By harnessing the magic in these flowers, they can heal hearts, erase memories, and interpret dreams, but not Harlow. So when her mother and aunt give her a special task involving the family's magic, she panics. It's just like a magical family and like enchanted flowers, which is going to be perfect for our next readathon. So excellent timing. Then in the mail, I got something from Macmillan Publishing. I signed up to be on like their young adult influencer team. I'll be honest, I have not done anything like this before besides being like on a street team, and I'm not entirely sure how it works. I'm kind of getting like my feet wet. I personally don't request a lot of arcs and things just because it is not important for me to read books early for the most part. I don't like the added pressure, and also usually they have a lot of requirements and things, but this looked like a pretty chill influencer team, and they also send out finished copies of things because I don't really collect arcs or anything. And so in the winter package, I got to request a couple books that I wanted for NetGalley if I wanted to read them in advance, and then a backlisted title because the sequel's coming out this year. So I chose Daughter of the Bone Forest by Jasmine Skye. This one came out last year and the sequel comes out soon. So gifted with the ability to shift into powerful animals marked with exposed bone, Rosie should be the top student at Witch Hall, but she knows what happens to familiars who attend the prestigious school. They end up conscripted into the Witch King's army, doomed to die or go feral in the upcoming war. Instead, Rosie hides away in a magical bone forest caring for her feral grandmother. So that sounds super cool, like fairy tale-esque. It's the first book that I've been sent that is like not an arc and that is not for a giveaway, so feeling like extra book influencer fancy right now. Okay, so I'm listening to We Are Legion by Dennis E. Taylor. This audiobook kind of captured my attention the most. So it is the first in a series. I don't know when this series came out. I want to say it's older. 2016, so not super old, because these are the new covers and I love them. And we have Bob sprayed edges. So in this one, we're following Robert, Bob. He has signed up to be cryogenically frozen upon his death, and like his friends and family don't think this is a good idea. But he is not expecting to die very soon after this, and he wakes up like 140 years in the future. Now he is just ahead. They only saved his head, and they have downloaded like his consciousness and memory into their system. So he's essentially an AI and not necessarily even a person anymore, and they are needing him for different like government projects. So he's kind of like a servant of the government now for different things, involving different things, to create clones, to go on different planets, and it's really, really interesting. So I'm doing a bad job describing it. He's essentially now a robot, but he has all of his Bobness still. And so he creates kind of like this digital landscape where he can hang out when they're not like directly talking to him or when he's not directly like accomplishing something, to kind of have this sense of humanity, because they have done this to other people and they have like committed suicide or gone crazy because it's not what they thought was going to be like in their future. But he is very like analytical and he likes being alone. So while he's upset about the situation a little bit and his friends and family, he's kind of into the science of everything. So it's really interesting so far. It's really different. I'm not very far in. I think I'm like 2 hours into this book. It's not super long. It's like 300 pages. I will say this is kind of a boy sci-fi book, and obviously all genders can like every kind of book, but if we're going off the tropes of certain things that men and women tend to like more. It definitely has more of like a boyish feel to the writing style and just the style of the book. I don't know how to explain it. I love a lot of sci-fi books like Red Rising and different things, and I wouldn't necessarily categorize them in this way, but it just kind of has that feeling to it. That's fine. Like, it's just something to kind of know going into it. Is it got a specific like tone to it that is different than some of the other like popular sci-fi books that we love. It's a little more old school, we'll put it that way. So enjoying it so far. I'm having a good time. I haven't listened to any more today. We're getting ready to listen to some after I edit a little bit of a video that I need to post this week. And I think that's it. Jeff's working late tonight. I'm going to try to start a physical book if I can, and we're going to do some more gardening later, so I'll show you a little bit like what's happening outside. And that's all. Another kind of chill, boring day. That's just kind of how Tuesdays roll for me. So we're doing okay so far. I have big plans as usual, but because I have been like very stressed and anguished the last couple of months, I'm trying to like be nice to myself, and like I want to enjoy the books and not feel the pressure of like reading a certain amount, because the most important thing to me right now is to make sure that I am staying calm. I'm working on healing my nervous system and like that flight or fight response, because I tend to have that like hurry, get things done feeling, but it never goes away even when I get things done because my nervous system is like overactive. So hopefully that's not too much information, but we're working on like healing that. So I'm trying to keep everything in a pleasant way and making sure I'm doing all the things that are important to like take care of myself as well. So I'm gonna go listen to this, edit some of my video, and I'll probably check in with you one more time. Hey guys, happy Galaxyathon day 3. It's 5 p.m. on Friday. I'm just now like put together enough to chat with you, and I have some fun updates. So today I just did some normal work, some housework, and some gardening, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, coming out here to work today. So what I've been doing so far, I have been letting these nasturtiums grow wild because I don't have anything planted, and you don't want to have bare beds if you can, because it erodes the soil. So these are just really pretty flowers. You can actually eat the greens and the flowers. They're literally everywhere. They're like the best because they're easy to pull out when you need to. So I've left those, but I've pulled out like the other weeds, or started to, in a couple of these beds. And then right now, and for the past couple days, I've been cleaning up these strawberry planters because they did look like a little bit more like this or this, and I have been adding more soil, trimming them, planting the runners, and adding in some green onion seeds. So that's what we're doing right now. Everything looks like, if you don't know what you're looking at, it looks kind of cool, but there's just so many weeds. Like there's stinging nettle, which I can use for tea. Like everything needs more dirt. This is all in the pathway, needs pulled up. Nasturtiums, this is all supposed to be strawberries, blueberries. And then over here is like really bad because this is all weeds right here. And up there are where I'm supposed to plant my tomatoes. So it's exceptionally bad because I haven't been out like longer than normal. We just got like a ton of rain. So a lot of pulling to do, but we're going to work on emptying some of the beds first. I'm feeling a lot more lively and energetic today. I think because I went to the gym yesterday, it kind of crashed me a little bit more than what I was realizing. Plus, I'm just loving gardening. Like, I can't believe I was so exhausted like 3 weeks ago, and now I'm like, I just want to garden for like 8 hours. And I'm being very organized and not being like ADD distracted, because sometimes I'll go out there and garden. I'll start something and then I'll be like, oh, I should do this real quick and I should do this. And today I was like, we're working on the berries. So I finished almost all the strawberries, and I finished cleaning up like 2 of the blackberry pots, and then I planted a raspberry pot. So we're almost done with all of the berries. So now I can be like, I did the berries today, instead of doing like 100 tiny tasks and make it feel like you didn't accomplish much. I'm just extra proud of myself. So turns out gardening is also the key to audiobooks for me, because I can just like zone out in a way that I can't as well as other things. I think it's because I'm not tempted to pick up my phone because my hands are like terrible. No, I finished We Are Legion. Wanted to finish this yesterday, but it's okay. We're gonna count it a win. I liked this. I thought it was fun. I liked learning about all the Bobs. They had like a little mission on this planet. There were these creatures that they discovered. There was this whole mission on this planet that they kind of devised on their own. There was some politicking going on, and I had a good time with it. I thought it was pretty good. It was like a 3.5, not quite a 4. I don't think this is one I'm going to be recommending to a lot of people, especially if they're new to sci-fi, just because it's got kind of like that old sci-fi vibe about it, and there are not very many female characters in here. There's no romance, which is totally fine. If you like things like Mickey 7 or even like Ready Player One, which is phenomenal. Both of those books I enjoyed a lot more than this one, but they have kind of that similar like snarkiness, and this one has the nostalgia of like Ready Player One and Armada. We talk a lot about like Star Trek and Star Wars and a lot of nerdy things. So if you're a sci-fi lover, I feel like this is a very good one to discover. If you're new to sci-fi, check out my Space Books for Beginners video, because there's some other things that are going to maybe suck you in just a little bit more. But I am glad I finished it. I'll probably continue on with the series as well. So I get to pick a new audiobook. I don't think I'm going to read very much the rest of today, because there's this weird thing happening where a bunch of like my favorite shows are all starting or ending today. There's 2 finales today. There's the start of 2 of them. I'm definitely not gonna be able to get to them all, but I want to watch like 1 or 2 of them tonight. But I will definitely be picking out another audiobook. I have to make dinner sometime soon, but I'm gonna go and run over to Dollar Tree because I want some green onion seeds to plant in the strawberries, and like those bunching onions, the small ones, are really good friends and they work really well together. And I think I'm out of seeds. I can't find them anywhere, and you kind of need a lot of them, and Dollar Tree sells seeds, I think 3 for $1.50, and they are great. They always work for me. But such a good deal, like a little bit less in the packet than other places, but still like an amazing deal because you can get 3 packets for $1.50, and they're like $3 to $4 everywhere else. So I'm gonna run over to Dollar Tree. Also, they're having some excellent books right now, so I want to see if they have anything else at a different Dollar Tree, because the one closest to my house didn't have any more green onions. So now I'm feeling the need to run out to all of them to get them before they're like gone. And then I'm gonna come home, make dinner, watch a couple of my shows, and then hopefully read some more tonight. If not, it's okay. I'm gonna hang out with Jeff and see what he wants to do. He worked really late last night, but he should be coming home a little earlier today. I'm just so pleased that I had such a good day today. I've got my little astronaut shirt on, and it's like 70 outside, and yeah, so I'll take you with me. I'll film anything at Dollar Tree that's interesting, and then I'll probably check in with you tomorrow. Good morning and happy Galaxyathon day 4. I'm actually checking in with you at a decent time. It is 11 a.m. on Thursday. I'm all caught up on work for today, which is great. And I think we're gonna get out of the house more today. So I went to 2 Dollar Trees last night, and neither one had the green onion seeds. So I think we're gonna go to a couple more today, and maybe Aldi as well, because they also sometimes have like cheaper seeds. Then we're also gonna stop in at a couple other fun places. We might go to World Market, we might go to Michael's. We're gonna go to Barnes & Noble, and like just, I like to kind of film all the like sci-fi books that they have there, just to give you guys more ideas for things for the future. And because Target did not have very many sci-fi books, I also want to check out the $5 cafe pick this month. And so we're just gonna have like a little errand slash shopping day today, and then we'll probably come back and do some more gardening. So that is the plan. I did start a new audio. I'm like giddy about it. So I started Red Star Rebels from Amy Kaufman, which is one of my most anticipated books of the year. This is the first book that I pre-ordered this year. It came out last month. Amy Kaufman is the co-writer of Illuminae and These Broken Stars. She has different co-authors for both of those trilogies. 2 of my favorites. She is so good at writing sci-fi, and I'm only like 30 pages into this one via audiobook, and it is not disappointing. It is freaking fantastic. Her audios are so good. We have this like rich prince-like character that gets trapped on a space station in Mars, and then there's this girl, stowaway that's gonna save him. The audiobook has all of these like sound effects and like music and background noise to really immerse you in that like sci-fi experience, which is what I really crave during this readathon. Illuminae is really good for that. Sleeping Giants is really good for that. Loneliest Girl in the Universe is really good for that. They just do like all these different effects to really like give you the atmosphere. I'm enjoying it so much. It's got that snarky banter vibe. I'm sure we're gonna have a little romance in here, and it's only 7 hours. Thank goodness. So we should be able to get this done today. Very excited. And then last night Jeff and I watched Obi-Wan Kenobi. So we are doing the Star Wars timeline watch along. So this guy on Reddit like created this entire timeline in order of movies, the TV shows, the video games, and the cartoons for the actual timeline order that they go in. If you are brand new to Star Wars, I would not recommend doing it this way because there are just different ways to get more enjoyment out of it, but we have watched a few of them enough that we thought it would be fun to do it this way. I already messed up because we didn't do Acolyte because I didn't know about that until I found this. But we have done the first 3 Star Wars movies that were like the early 2000s ones, 1, 2, and 3. And then we did Han Solo Comes Next, which I thought was fine. People kind of give it flack, but I thought it was interesting. And then we are doing the Obi-Wan Kenobi show now, which is interesting. So it's after the events of 3 Star Wars movies. We're following Obi-Wan Kenobi while he's like still younger and before the events of the original Star Wars movies, episodes 4, 5, and 6. So we are not like huge Star Wars fans. Like I've watched the originals, the new 2000s ones, and that's about it. However, I love Star Wars Land at Disneyland. It's Galaxyathon, so we thought we would just try it out because there's some shows and things that people say are really great. So this is one of our watching plans for this year, and we're having a really good time with it. So I didn't get to watch any of my other shows last night, but we got to watch 2 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Also, I got my last Owl Crate sci-fi box. Perfect timing though. They're discontinuing this, so they were doing a quarterly sci-fi subscription. I think I had gotten 4 exactly, and then they decided to not do it anymore. They said they're still going to do some special edition sci-fi books. They're just going to not do this like quarterly box. I've enjoyed it so far, but I haven't read any of the books. I have 2 of them on my TBR for the readathon. I know what this one is. I don't think I want to read it for the readathon, but things could change, and I'm excited to see the new cover. Ooh, so we have Hell's Heart by Alex Hall. So this is the original cover. It's kind of like extra weird. Here is Hell's Heart, the face of every god and none. Okay, so galaxy-ish cover, which is cool. Then we have like squid-like sprayed edges. I love a space monster. Wow, look at that. The Naked Book. This is what I come to the skies for, to see legends and chase wonders, to follow a brilliant, terrible woman into the jaws of oblivion. And then a reverse dust jacket, which I almost like that one better. Very cool. Okay, so there are monsters, legends, gods, and they are our prey. Earth is dead, which leaves us stuck living in an atmospheric domes on planets that will kill us if we blink wrong or run out of fuel. And by fuel, I mean the cerebrospinal fluid of Gurangatang, a quasi-psychic space monster. I joined the hunt hoping to get paid and maybe laid, but mostly paid. Instead, I followed a captain chasing abominations in the skies of Jupiter. We battled the Mobius Beast itself, there in the red eye of the world. Spoiler, we lost. So that sounds very cool. Okay, let's go shopping and see what we can find. Galaxyathon Day 6. So I've not checked in with you since Thursday. I went to Barnes & Noble. I had no luck at my Dollar Trees finding seeds on that day, but I went to a few other shopping places and I went to Barnes & Noble. I got the $5 cafe pick, which is the Vanishing Cherry Blossom. So this is $5 if you get a drink at the Barnes & Noble cafe, or you can also get it online added on to any order. So this is just a little novella. It is less than 200 pages and it is about a bookshop that appears during cherry blossom season. So it looks super cute and it's kind of sparkly. I'm not sure if you can tell. This is going to be perfect for our next readathon, which is going to be Books in Bloom, which is flower themed. And then I still have not finished this, even though I'm really enjoying it, because yesterday I had kind of a girls' day. I went and got a pedicure with my sister. We went Trader Joe's shopping. We watched Survivor. We laid out at my mom's pool because it was like 92 yesterday. And then I came home and I had to like make dinner and clean and stuff yesterday. So I am enjoying this. We're going to definitely finish this weekend. I have about 2 hours left and I did start a physical read. No promises for finishing this during the readathon because my physical reading has been so slow. But I started Starglass by Phoebe North. This one is about a girl that lives on another planet. Her mother like signed up when she was pregnant to like go to this other planet and she's always grown up there, and they have this very kind of dystopian like system where they like assign them their jobs to better assist their life on this planet, and she is about to get her assignment for her job. She has kind of like an overbearing father. Her mother has passed. I'm enjoying it. I'm like 40 pages in. It's not super spacey. It's feeling more just dystopian. We're not having a lot of things to do with space. It's just set on another planet, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping I really like it though, because I love this cover and I've had this duology for quite a while. So today I went to my crop swap this morning and then I went to a different Dollar Tree and I found a whole bunch of seeds, and I also found some at Walmart. So we are good to go there, and we are doing our first official Galaxyathon activity. So Jeff and I are going to go do an escape room in San Diego that is galaxy themed. It is called the Cosmic Crisis. I don't think I'm going to be able to film. I'm going to try to film a little bit and to take some pictures if I can. That's the only bummer about doing this. But we haven't done an escape room together in quite some time, and we've never done one by ourselves. There's no guarantee we'll be alone because sometimes if they run out of spaces, they'll put other people in your room. So we'll see what happens. We're doing that and it's in a mall, so we may go like shop around a little bit as well and just kind of enjoy today. It's going to be very hot this weekend, and like all of next week is going to be like almost 90 degrees. So we kind of try to plan things around that a little bit. I'll take you with us. I'll film what I can and I'll update you when happy Galaxyathon Day 10. So it is the second week of Galaxyathon and I have not checked in. This is the second readathon where I have not been doing very good checking in with you on the second week. I need to like fix this with the next one. So we're just gonna make this one like longer reading vlog. Okay, so a recap. I'm not even sure that I checked in with you on Sunday, so sorry about that. But Saturday we went and did that escape room. Really good time. We wound up doing it with 3 other people because the rooms were all filled and they kind of try to fill them up if other people want to play. And we were like on this spaceship. There's like a little robot and he was like, your mission is to sabotage this other spaceship. So we had to go around the room and try to like ruin things in this control room. And it was such a fun time. It was kind of funny because the other 3 people joining in, 2 of them had done like a ton of escape rooms. And it was almost like I was like thrown into a spaceship with like a ragtag crew and we all had to learn to work together. It felt like one of my books and we had a really good time. And then at the end, our little captain robot was like, oh no, one of you is gonna have to stay behind trying to close the door so the rest can escape. So Jeff like slunk off into the other room and like slowly shut the door. And we were like, no. And so we left off on this spaceship, and one of the guys that was with us was like bothered by this, and he kept trying to get Jeff out of the room before the game was like fully over. And we were like, he's gone, let it go, man. Like, it was so funny. It just, everything looked cool, and they were fine with me taking photos and videos. Normally the escape rooms I'm in don't want you to do any like pictures or anything, which I think is kind of weird, because if you can see the inside of the escape room, I feel like you're more likely to want to do it. I understand like not wanting to give stuff away, but I don't know. I was glad that they let us take like some fun pictures and stuff. And then Sunday, we just kind of hung out and did some like housework. And then Jeff actually helped me pull weeds in the backyard. I'm usually the designated weed puller because the garden is kind of my thing overall. He does like mowing and weed eating on like the main levels, but I like to pull the weeds on that upper level in our backyard, the upper levels, because they just come back less if you do that, unless it rains a bunch. And so we got a nice chunk done. We have 3 green bins, and they get picked up on Friday, and I have almost filled them all in the past week, and I don't know what's going on. Normally it takes me so long to like reset the garden and pull the weeds, and I feel like I am catching up so fast. Like, I'm getting so much done and accomplished in like a short amount of time, and I'm not sure if it's just because I'm like zoning in on one thing and then like completing it instead of getting distracted by all these little bits and pieces. Sunday I worked outside of the house, so I went and did that, and then yesterday I gardened for a bunch, and we're getting ready to do a bunch more. Reading update, I finished Red Star Rebels. I loved this. I think it is better on audiobook. It is a little bit of a like a simple, fun YA read, but in like the best way. The characters are snarky. There's like an enemies to lovers romance. There's a countdown that's kind of fast paced, tasks they have to accomplish, and some nice little twists. So this was like a 4.5 for me. It was kind of exactly what I wanted from Amy Kaufman because I just love her books, and I'm so glad that I got to it. It was so good. But the audiobook has like 9 narrators and sound effects and like control sounds and like all that kind of fun stuff, and it makes the countdown feel like anxiety inducing and intense in like the most fun way. So if you like kind of like those full cast audios, I do think that a full cast and a sound effect audio can be very different than the graphic audios that are coming out. I don't always love those. This style, like Illuminae's like that as well, and Sleeping Giants, it's just such a good time. So I was really glad to get to this. And then I started Project Hail Mary. I figured because I'm not reading the quickest right now, like I only finished 2 books last week, which is pretty slow for me. I wanted to start this to make sure that I got it done because we're gonna go see the movie on Saturday. So I got 2 hours in. It's an 18-hour audio. I'm listening at like 1.65 speed, so it's probably gonna take me like 10 hours to finish it, and I'm having the best time. It is so good. I knew I was gonna love it just because I knew from watching the Martian movie. I haven't read the book yet. I liked the snark of the characters, and the humor and the science is like easy to follow but really smart at the same time. So the premise, basically, there is a man and he wakes up and he's like kind of hooked to some tubes and things, and there's a robot that's like, tell me your name, and he's like, what's going on? And it's like, wrong, error, tell me your name. And then he has to like tell his name in order to like unlock the next thing after he wakes up. So I think it unplugged him after he told his name correctly and like did 2 by 2 and stuff like that. And he's not sure where he is because he's in like this room and there are 2 like dead people next to him, and you're getting flashbacks to his past as he's slowly remembering things to figure out why he is there and what's going on. Like at first he doesn't even realize he is on a spaceship, and it's really smart and it's really fun. He's a science teacher and there's a crisis he has to solve. I'm having a great time with it, and I'm very excited to see the movie. So I definitely want to finish this one this week and hopefully one more. But like I said, I'm like chilling. I'm trying to heal my nervous system and do relaxing things, and not that reading isn't relaxing, but I'm trying not to overly pressure myself to finish a certain amount of books. And like if I want to listen to a podcast instead, then I will. And that's just kind of where I've been because I've had so much anxiety like the first part of the year, and stress, and like dealing with health stuff and gut issues and all kinds of things, that we're working on chilling, and it's going good so far. I feel like I'm feeling significantly better overall. I'm kind of going like this, but balancing hormones and all those annoying yet important things. Gardening has really helped with that, and we're having a massive heat wave this week. It's going to be almost 90 every day this week, and it's so strange how this happens because so many parts of the country are getting like the most snow they've ever had, and I feel like usually when that happens we get colder too, just obviously not snow cold, but it's been like the exact opposite. It's been very, very weird. We're having like the hottest March week we've had in like 40 years or something. So I've been trying to like cool the house off and do all those kinds of things. So I put an order in from Home Depot. They do free delivery. I don't know why. Literally, it's absolutely free. It's like cheaper for me to get stuff delivered from Home Depot than it is to like order from DoorDash. Jeff and I tried to order sandwiches from DoorDash. Like, I don't normally do that, a couple of weeks ago, and it was gonna be $70 after the tip, the taxes, and then the DoorDash fee and the fee from the company. And I was like, what is going on? Like, it was like an extra $25 to $30 for us to get it delivered, which is just, that's literally insane. Literally got 2 bags of dirt and a huge pot delivered from Home Depot for nothing. Like, it's the same price as if I went and picked it up myself or had Jeff go get it. I'm not sure why, but we're gonna go for it. I've got to plant a peach tree today and just keep cleaning up the weeds and getting everything ready to plant things. I planted some green onions and some bigger onions, and I cleaned up my strawberries. So we're just resetting everything. There are some plants that are still alive. I might go show you my progress while I dive back into my audiobook today. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm not doing a ton of like spacey activities during the week. I'm just trying to get caught up on a bunch of things, you know, feel good and take care of myself, get my walks in, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you're still enjoying the vlog. I'll put all of the Instagram photos like in so you can get caught up on seeing all of the photo challenges for the day. And then today I think I'm supposed to get some book mail, so that will be exciting. But that's my little update for now, and I'll talk to you soon. So I'm cleaning up this area. I was gonna move all of these buckets and like wipe this off. I saw something big moving. Oh my gosh, have not seen him or her in over a year. I've never seen more than one. She scared the crap out of me. So I guess we won't be cleaning this part up today. Okay, I'm actually checking back in with you today. It is 5 o'clock. I got about 2.5 hours of gardening done, mainly like pulling weeds and getting beds ready because I need some more dirt before I can plant things, but it's going really well. I'm feeling like very accomplished and like I'm getting caught up from how behind I was because I normally start like mid-February. Okay, a couple of things. I forgot. At the escape room, there was like this grid thing and they had this robot arm and they had to magnetize something and move it over to a certain slot, and the magnet wasn't working properly. So instead they figured out, like Jeff and the other people, that they could move it with the robot arm into the right spot, and because it technically malfunctioned, they gave us all these Cosmic Crisis escape room pins, which are so cute because I actually wanted one of these when I was like looking at their little store, because this is the name of the escape room we did. And then I had on my like planetary tank top and like space buns in my hair and stuff, and the lady at the front desk when we were leaving said that she loved my outfit so much that she gave me a free keychain. So this is the like mascot for the escape rooms, and they have these like all over the country. They're different in different states, like they have different ones, but I would check it out because they're really fun. This is the little mascot. He's like a robot, and I wanted this too, so I got 2 like free things. This was not something they normally do, so that was exciting. Okay, then I forgot to show you. Jeff 3D printed this for my Galaxyathon giveaway, and I just picked the winner. I host a giveaway on Instagram, and it's US only, but whenever you do like a photo challenge, you get an entry. And he 3D printed me this little Star Wars shadow box. How cute is this? So this guy designs these shadow boxes and you can put different stuff in them. So he makes them so that you can pull it out. But you print all these pieces like individually, and then it makes this little shadow box, and then you also print this little thing. Like, how cute is this? So Jeff didn't design this, but he 3D printed it. You still have to do quite a bit of work with 3D printing, even if you don't design things, because you have to like format it for your 3D printer and it doesn't always go well. But how cute is that? So I'm using this for the giveaway. I thought that was really fun. I have 2 book mail things to show you. I reached out to this indie author that I follow on Instagram that he does sci-fi books and they always look amazing. And he sent me a copy of Moon Soul. This is by Nathaniel Luscombe. It looks so good. I'm not sure if this is YA or adult. He started Dragon Bone Publishing and he has some other things under him. This is for the Galaxyathon giveaway. August has never been good with change and isn't sure who she is beyond her job of reading memories in the sand. When she comes to the conclusion that she has to quit her job, she's left with an overwhelming sense of emptiness. What follows is the quiet chaos of a girl gaining control of her life on a small desert moon. Deciding to take a job in the hanging gardens of the Spire, August discovers more to life as she meets new friends, forms a different connection with her home, and faces an unexpected visitor from her past. So this would technically work for the flower readathon as well. I may try to get to it for then because he kindly sent me a copy to read as well. So go check him out. I will link his Instagram here, and I'll try to put a link to where you can get this book as well. But he donated this for the Galaxyathon giveaway. And then finally got my February Fairy Loot. Almost always get it at the end of February or very early March, but it is the 18th. So this was exceptionally late. I think they were waiting on an item for the box. I already know what the book is. I am so excited about the choice. I think I know what March's is too. I try not to like look them up, but I try to guess and I'm usually pretty good at it. So I get the monthly young adult book and goodies box because they just do really fun things. The Heavenly Bodies water bottle. My friend is reading this. I don't really know anything about it. But look, there's like a little sun. Well, how perfect is this? It says, I defy the stars. I think it's about gods and goddesses and like suns and stuff, but there's like constellations on here. That is very cool. The only thing I'll say, and hopefully this one's better, I got a really cool one of these for Belladonna in a box and I was really excited about it, but once I washed it a few times, this like came off. So I may just use this. I may take this off and use it to like hold coins because I have some other bottles that I do that with just because it's so pretty. A .mg jewelry box. I'm not sure what book this is for. This is really neat. This is a little traveling jewelry box. We can always use those. I will look up the spoiler card at the end to figure out like what this was for. Okay, then the other items are for the book, so I don't want to say what they are yet. Okay, and the book is The Sun and the Star Maker by Rachel Griffin. Oh my gosh, this is so different from the original cover, like dramatically different. And it's like frosty and stuff. How beautiful. Wow. Didn't know that this possibly has like wintry vibes. This is the reverse dust jacket, which is much more similar to the original hardcover. It's just more blue than it is pink. I like Rachel Griffin. I've read one of her books so far. And this is the Naked book. I guess it's like super wintry. Like how pretty is this? And then sprayed edges like we said. In pages. It's giving like Narnia vibes. Oh wow. That's really cool. Nestled deep in the snowy mountains of the Lost Range, the village of Reverie is a small miracle beyond the reach of the sun. Reverie is dependent upon the magic of the mysterious Star Maker, and every morning he trudges across a vast glacier and pulls in sunlight over the peaks, providing the village with the light it needs to survive. Aurora Finch grew up on tales of the Star Maker's magic, never imagining she'd one day meet him. On the morning of her wedding, a fateful encounter in the frostbitten woods changes everything. I mean, it sounds so magical. So they always send a matching bookmark, tarot cards. They've started doing page overlays, which these are just pretty to do like book pictures of. So I'll show you a couple. So you just lay these over the page that the image is for. Really, really pretty. And then a Sun and the Star Maker keychain. Oh, there's two. Ooh, these are so pretty. Okay, I am the sun and you are the Star Maker. Those are fantastic. I love them. Kind of good for Galaxyathon-ish, like sun and stars. And then that little jewelry box is for Daughter of the Moon Goddess. So this is a little card that they send with it, which these are basically art as well. Okay, so I got pretty far into my book. I listened to it almost 3 hours. So I have like 5 hours and like 20 minutes left. I don't think I can finish it by tomorrow, but I'm hoping I can finish it like early Friday. I'm really enjoying it. We got to a part in the book where there are like little sound effects for a reason, and it's really cool. The audio is really good. It's Audible only, but I had a lot of credits and things that I could use. It's incredible. So I'm really having a good time with it. Okay, I'm making granola right now, even though it's super hot. I should not be baking. So I'm going to make like smoothie bowls for dinner, and Jeff's on his way home, and I think that's all we're going to do tonight. So I will check in with you tomorrow. Good morning. Happy Galaxyathon day 11. I'm looking a little rough today because I didn't like fully get ready for the day. It is Thursday morning and I am getting ready to go to my chiropractor, and then we're going to go to a little space themed coffee spot. I've got to take a couple book photos at like a space themed mural, and then we might go to my mom's and watch yesterday's Survivor and get some sun. Kind of have like a chill day today. I got most of my work done for the week and it's still going to be like almost 90 degrees, so my house gets pretty hot. So that is the plan for today. I'm going to listen to Hail Mary while I drive, hopefully get a nice chunk of it done. We're going to maybe go to the library and some little free libraries too, so just a whole like little errand day. Now 4 o'clock. I'm a little disheveled because I laid out by the pool today because we're having such a warm week. I had a pretty good day today. I got my coffee at Cosmos Coffee, so we were still on theme because unfortunately almost all of my space themed apparel is sweaters or like hoodies, because we normally film a week earlier, but also we're having like a major heat wave. I only have 2 things that are like tank tops or t-shirts that are galaxy themed, so we may need to fix that for next year. So I went to the library and some library bookstores, so I want to show you a couple things I got. I actually had a pretty good little haul, so we'll do the non-spacey first. These are all from the library bookstores that are attached to the libraries. I went to the one near my chiropractor and I went to the one near my mom. So Where the Dark Stands. This is like a gothic YA foresty book that's supposed to be great. I got The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina by Zoraida Cordova. Super good. Again, another gothic one, like at a gothic manor, stuff like that. Those were $2 each. Then at the library, I rented Dead Astronauts. I don't think I'll get to this in time for the readathon, but I kind of wanted to just try it out and see if I need to get a copy. It's supposed to be like really wacky and I love this cover. And then I had really good luck at my mom's library bookstore. So I got Star Wars Padawan. So this is about Obi-Wan Kenobi by Kirsten White. I want to start reading these because we are having a Star Wars watching marathon and I'm having such a good time with it. We're going in order of the timeline, like I said, and so we just finished Obi-Wan Kenobi. Then I scored really big, so I got The Listeners, the book club exclusive edition by Maggie Stiefvater. I had mixed feelings about whether I wanted to read this because it was so different than her other books, and I think it's her adult debut. It's set in the 40s at the Avalon Hotel and Spa. It's an elegant luxury in the Wild West of Virginia. It's mountain Sweetwater washing away all the high society's troubles. So there's like secrets in this hotel and aristocrats and the staff, and it's just very different than what she's written. So I had mixed feelings, but I got this for $3 and it came out I think last year. Then I got The Dream Hotel from Leila Lalami. This one is one I'm considering for a randomathon theme for next year. I'm not sure what I'm doing next year yet, but I've been wanting to get this one again. I think this one came out last year. So Sarah has landed in LAX, returning home from a conference abroad, when agents from the Risk Assessment Administration pull her aside and inform her that she will soon commit a crime. Using data from her dreams, the RAA's algorithm has determined that she is in imminent risk of harming the person she loves most, her husband. And for his safety, she must be kept under observation for 21 days. So there's like these dream assessors that assess your dreams that they think predict what's actually going to happen. So that sounds cool. And then I've been wanting this one for years, and that is Snow Crash by Neil Stephenson. Is a huge novel. It is like 600 pages, and it is about a video game. In the real world, Hyro, protagonist, delivers pizza, but in the metaverse, he's a warrior prince, plunging headlong into the enigma of a new computer virus that's striking down hackers everywhere. Hyro races along the neon-lit streets on a search and destroy mission for the shadowy virtual villain, threatening to bring about an infocalypse. It is a mind-altering romp through a future America so bizarre and outrageous you'll recognize it immediately. So I think a lot of things happen in this like virtual reality video game world. It's an older novel, but I've heard it's like a must read. And then I got like an hour and a half into my audio. I'm hoping to do a little bit more tonight. I don't think we have any more plans, but I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I've got some like Greek food I'm gonna whip together to have for dinner tonight, and then hopefully listen to a little bit more of my audio, and then I will check in with you tomorrow. I have kind of fun plans. Hey guys, happy Galaxyathon day 12. It is noon on Friday. I just went and had breakfast and like a nice chat with a friend for her birthday. I am up in Orange County, which is about an hour away from me. So we're gonna go to the library bookstore, and then we're gonna go to the plant store up here because it's my favorite plant store. I've got my audiobook with me that I'm listening to, and we're just gonna have like a little lovely day. So I'll take you along with me. These are all of my plant goodies from today. I even got a starlight petunia to plant, and tomatoes, marigolds, and just some things that I'm ready to put out here. So we're home now. Sorry, my neighbor is sawing. Hey guys, happy day 14 of Galaxyathon. It is Sunday at 5 p.m. Just now checking in. We had a pretty nice weekend overall. I did a ton of gardening. We met my parents for dinner last night, and we are getting ready to go see Project Hail Mary, which I just finished the audiobook for. 5 stars. It was amazing. I absolutely loved it. I'm so excited for the movie. I feel like I'm gonna bawl my eyes out because I've heard that it's really good. So I am ready to go. It's a long one. I will check in with you either tomorrow or the day after and give you all the rest of the updates, but let's go see Project Hail Mary. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I'm finally checking in with you to wrap up this reading vlog. So first of all, I finished Project Hail Mary. 5 stars, my favorite book of the year so far. It brought me so much joy, and this audio is so good. The funny thing is, the narrator for this one, I think is Ray Porter, was the same one that did We Are Legion / We Are Bob. I kind of felt familiar, but I didn't recognize it immediately. I'm not sure why, but he does a lot of sci-fi books. He's so good. But what made this audio exceptional is the twist that happens like a third of the way through. You get a little bit of a sound effect situation happening that I feel like just made the story so much better. And I've seen so many people say that while they absolutely adored the book and loved it, the audiobook is the way to go for this one because it just really enhances a part of the story so much. But it is so fun. It is the perfect balance of nerdy, science-y stuff with humor and interest, and like it's a long book, and there's a part where they're doing kind of boring stuff for a while, and I just didn't even care because I was just like, what is he doing? Tell me more. I need more information. So I am really excited to check out his other books because I don't have The Martian, but I want to, and I have Artemis, which has kind of mixed reviews, but honestly, I'm game to try. I just loved it. I loved it so much. It just like made me so happy. And then we went and saw the movie, and let me give you a fair warning. So I loved the movie. It was amazing. But we did the 4DX experience because I thought it would be extra fun. And this is like where the seats move, and they can sometimes like have rain or snow, and there's wind and lights. And the wind and the lights were very cool. I really liked that. The movement of the chair was horrible. And maybe I'm just 100 years old, but as soon as I sat down before the chair even started moving, I was like, this is an uncomfortable chair. Like, you felt like you were kind of tilted forward and there was like a weird hump in it, and maybe they're not all like this. And the chair, like, they like move you around while he's like in the spaceship, but they do it a lot and you feel like you're gonna fall out. And it really, for me, it like took away from the experience of the movie. It wasn't done. I would love like an immersive experience like that, but to me it wasn't done well enough to make it like an immersive experience. It just took me away from the movie. Please don't see the 4DX unless you want to like have a story to tell, because my mom kept grabbing popcorn from my brother, and then like before she could get it to her mouth, the chairs would jerk and popcorn would fly everywhere. And she was like finding popcorn in her purse yesterday at work, still from the movie. So it was kind of funny, but everyone was like a little bit nauseous from how jerky it was. It was a whole thing. And the movie was incredible. Like, it was so good. They leave out a ton of stuff, but they kind of have to because it's a 2.5 hour movie. The audiobook was 17 hours. I felt like they hit all of the most important parts the best that they could, and they really like did the movie justice. And then I found out all this extra information, like they don't use green screens. There was a puppet that was used instead of like CGI, and they built like all the parts of the ship, and then there's just all this really cool stuff where you can tell they like really did a good job with the movie and like honoring the book. And Ryan, of course, he's my #1 celebrity husband. I have a little list and Ryan's my #1 right now. And so that made it extra fun. It was just so fun. I was only bummed because our theater didn't have any of the merch. I'm actually going to go to a different theater today to see if there's still some merch. I was behind. I didn't know that there was all this cool merch that came out, like a astronaut helmet, popcorn bucket, and like stuff like that. Like, I need some of that. But they do have on the website, I'll try to put the link. They have, if you have a 3D printer, they have a file you can download and like splice it for your 3D printer to make this, which this is Grace. So if you haven't read the book, this won't make sense to you, but it's in the movie too. You can download this and 3D print it. So Jeff did this for me today. It's so cute. I don't know, I haven't liked a book this much in so long, and it made me really happy because I only read 3. So I did We Are Legion, I did Red Star Rebels, and I did Project Hail Mary. I feel really good about that. So we're still having a little bit of a slower reading time, but I'm just really working on, I love reading and I love reading a lot, and I don't overly pressure myself, but I'm just feeling a little more stressed than normal, and I don't want reading to be a stressful thing. So while I do have goals to hit and I do love reading lots of books and having lots of things to share, I'm just trying to kind of find that balance right now for the state that I'm in. And I think I did that with the readathon. So I did 2 like bigger audios and then 1 smaller one and a little bit of a physical book. That was good to me, and I saw a fantastic movie. I hope we can keep this up every year. Now we need a special book sci-fi announcement for next March because this is the 2nd year this has happened, and it was so fun. So I think that's everything that I have to share with you. I really want to thank you guys for participating and being so cute on Instagram with your posts and your stories and your excitement. I loved that a lot of us got to read and watch Project Hail Mary together. I like when the community can kind of come together like that. It was really, really fun. And I just appreciate you guys so much for watching and being excited and loving reading as well, and finding like the happiness and the joy in books, because that's what I'm all about right now. Wrap this one up here. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time on The Bright Side.